All right, we're going to be looking at, yeah, that's right. That is Danger Spiral, and I will say that this is a ride. Like this was sent to me by Ray Garcia. This was confirmed to have won the regional, and yeah, whew, man, Danger in the year 2019. So we're kind of in a format right now where two card combo, shove two monsters together, Spyral plus Spyral makes double Helix, and then you literally double Helix start your entire combo. Well, it's weird because a lot of decks can't really handle this right now. Even though we've got more hand traps than ever before in the format, things are just, I don't know, it's a strange thing because you would think that we'd be able to handle this, but no, that's not the case. This deck is also able to make this guy. And the fact that So, the thing that makes this so good, I had to retrain my thought there. If this card was co-linked when this effect was activated, you could draw a card. Okay. And then, special summoned monsters on the field cannot activate their effects unless they are linked. So you get the ability to globally floodgate an entire fucking board on the opponent, and they're not going to be able to do shit about it unless they are linking on into the matrix. So generally, my understanding of how this deck works is this is your go-to guy. You still have absolutely full access to Tri-Gate Wizard. It's actually kind of cute because we went so far down the paradigm with this deck that I think a lot of people tried to cut this. And it's kind of funny because I thought we've gone so far, and yet we've just come all the way back around. So it's a strange thing. Also, in a format where we don't have Kaiju's present at the moment. It's really weird because Sphere Mode's really good. You've still got these 4 negate boards that set up, but Sleepy Boy is still as good as Sleepy Boy's ever been. And a deck that I almost feel wants to go first in a lot of situations might not necessarily be a bad thing. To be abusing this. Unfortunately, you still have a lot of dead combo pieces you can draw. I can tell you how many times I draw this fucking card and I want to cry myself to sleep. It's also really good to see that we are on the 1 assault triple rescue. I think a lot of people are trying to cut this for the longest time. Also, the argument for 2 car versus 1 car in this build. We're definitely on the 1 car right now. You gotta remember, you can only activate one of these once per turn. So, yeah, you might be, locking yourself out of more options. But honestly, I think that this is absolutely fine as a one of. We don't have Soul Charge anymore, so, we can't sack these huge boards anymore. And I think it's one of the things that's kind of caught me off guard with this build. We don't have Soul Charge anymore, and I think a lot of people just discounted it as done at that point, but we're right back to where we were, and nothing's really changed. So, well, I guess welcome back. Congratulations to the duelist that ended up winning the event with this as well. Yeah, I don't fucking know what made somebody want to play Danger Spiral out of left field at this point, because I'll be honest, I don't think I would be playing this. When there are so many other decks available to you at this point in time, why play this of all things? Does that make sense? Diversity and options available to you would possibly make you lean towards something else, but this is what you choose. Very interesting. So, let's dig on into this bad boy, shall we? So we have 1 copy of Armageddon Knight, standard on core normal summon, ability to dump something into the graveyard. This card's still as dumb as it's ever been, and it's still going to continue to be as dumb as it's ever been. We're only playing 1 copy of Mothman, level 4 dump draw. You can get dead cards out of your hand. I like having these in the graveyard. We are playing triple copies of Ness, probably the best one. Ability to search for whatever danger you want, plus draw power. Yeah, it's pretty standard. Saruja. We have triple copies of Jackalope, ability to special summon from the deck, additional names. There's not a lot going on here. And then we have triple copies of Danger Tsuchinoko. The 10 card danger package in this deck is about as standard as it's going to get. I have no physical argument for this. I think any sort of change from this number, if you try to drop this, I think you're just doing it wrong. This card's too damn good. Alright, now the other things in the deck. So we do play one copy of Ibli. She is part of the combo, give it to your opponent, kind of put them in a bad situation. The card's still very good for what it is, and it's also still an extender for the deck. If you do hard draw it, getting the ability to revive is always very good for this deck. Now, the Spyral pieces themselves are a bit of a brick, because you play so thin of them. And I think it's the only downside to this deck, is if you draw a combo piece, there's not much you can do about it, and that's kind of the most disappointing part about the deck. So, we have one copy of the Drone, one copy of the Last Resort, one copy of the Spyral Master Plan, one copy of the Quick Fix, one copy of Sleeper, triple copies of Super Agent, and then one copy of Tough. I think any more copies of Tough in this format, I think you're going to just be leading to dead draws and bricks at this point. So I do think the one copy is extremely fine. Spells, we do play the triple Called by the Grave. Once again, I say this every video. Hand traps will fuck this deck's day, and you need a very good way to play around that. This gives you the ability to do so. You don't have to worry about your opponent stalling you out, trying to stop your plays. Called by the Grave allows you to play the game. We do have one copy card destruction. This card's kind of like a free auto win button in this deck. You kind of get to trigger all your dangers for free, which kind of just puts you in this overwhelming position to just kind of blow out your opponent. This card is actually really good, and this card's going to continue to be really good. We do play the one copy of Foolish Barrel. Quick Fix it is. We do play the one copy of the Foolish Barrel Goods, just to drop one of these if we need it. One copy of Monster Reborn, one for one, and one reinforcement of the army. I do wish maybe two of these, but I understand that we're not trying to hard draw bricks here. We do play one copy of the Car. Like I said, two copies of Car is too much of a brick for this deck, especially when you need everything to go as well as you need it to. We have the one copy of Spyral Mission Assault, one copy of Spyral Resort, two copies of Terraforming, two copies of Twin Twister, and triple copies of Spyral Mission Rescue. Looking at the main deck, though, this is pretty solid. Numbers and things like that, you're not trying to recycle Quick Fix as much as you can, or as much as you used to. I think it's one misconception somebody's going to have looking at this deck. They're going to be like, where's the rank ones? Well, you know, this deck has come a long way in terms of its evolution. The old plays that we used to do with the deck, they're not so good anymore. Ancient Fairies ban, Fireball Dragons ban. You know, to even see this deck get the chance to come out of the woodwork at this point, it's far in between. And I might even consider this a fluke at this point, but, I mean, we'll see. We do have the one copy of the Trigate Wizard down here for that full little link for an extra negate. One copy of Double Helix Man. One copy of Saruji. One Proxy Dragon. One Mech Knight Crusadia Avermax. One Link Kribo. One Unicorn. One Phoenix. Two copies of Nightmare Mermaid. Honestly, this plus this still going to get you a long way. One copy of Griffin. Two copies of Cerberus. One Curious. One Borrelsword Dragon. I think the coolest thing about this deck now is you have OTK options with Borrelsword, and you're able to slap Avermax on the table and literally just laugh at your opponent. A lot of decks can't actually out this, and it's actually kind of strange because I inherently first read this card, I was like, this isn't terrible. I'm like, it's not great, but it's good. And then it's like, oh, the more and more I see this in application in theory, I'm like, holy shit. You know, like, this card is actually just a powerhouse. Like, being able to get that quick power gain is so good. Side deck here, with triple Lancia. Lancia's pretty much moved into the side deck for this whole format. I don't expect to not see a deck without this in the side, because the Orcus combo is too strong at this point. You need to be able to literally stop that, and you get to do so with this guy. We have two copies of DD Crow. Hey, solid. I heard you guys like putting your spinnies in the graveyard. Triple copies Droll and Lockbird. The danger combo is really growing right now. Droll does allow you to stop that a little bit. That's one thing I will give Droll. No matter the situation, no matter how many danger players you have running around, this card still does work. One copy of Twin Twister, triple copies of Infinite Impermanence, triple copies of Red Reboot, wrapping up this bad boy. Man. So guys, that's all I got for this video. Please, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think about this deck profile. I'm very curious to see what the general opinions, thoughts, and concerns about this deck are. And, well guys, congratulations, Duelist. You deserve it. Peace out, guys. The ride never, well, truly ends. Thank you, patrons. Without you guys, I don't know what I'd be wearing in these videos. I might be a truffle shuffle incident all over again. Guys, please also check out Vanquil40 for some awesome Vanguard content. Some other interesting stuff you might find up here on the left or in the description as well. Thanks for watching.